Hi all, welcome to Sec 2 streaming exercise. Before we start, I just want to ask this question. Have you ever dreamed of becoming the next Master Chef in Singapore? Well, for this year 2021 winner, Derek Cheong and Leong Lim, as you can see, they come from diverse background, but they have two things in common. Just like them, we are looking for someone who has passion in cooking and love for food. If you decided to take this subject next year, it is now called Nutrition and Food Science for NT, a revised version. For today's sharing, we will look at three areas. Firstly, content syllabus, assessment, and lastly, entry requirement. The aim of the syllabus is to develop students to lead a healthier lifestyle through a proper diet and nutrition, to advocate sustainable food consumption by planning and making appropriate food choices, and to apply principles of culinary science creatively in food preparation and cooking. This subject requires you to cover three major areas, which are nutrition and health, food and consumer literacy, and food science. As you can see, some of these topics you have covered in Sec 1 and Sec 2. Now, let's look at our assessment criteria for nutrition and food science. In secondary 3, as usual, you will have one weightage assessment per term, but at the end of the year, your assessment will be based on two criteria, which is written paper, including coursework. Here are examples of dishes that you will learn to cook using different sets of cooking skills in Sec 3. In your final year, in order to ace this subject, you need to sit for a written paper, or known as paper 1, which is 1.5 hours. And that makes up 40% of your grade. The remaining 60% comes from your coursework. 35 hours will be dedicated during your curriculum time, starting from last week of February to end of July. 60% is rather high. You have control over your grades, but only if you have the right attitude and discipline. As you can see, if we break down the coursework component, execution marks are rather high. So we are looking for someone who are good at cooking. Here is an example of a task question that you are required to attempt when you start your coursework. Let me clarify what is exploration. Do you remember your Sec 2 investigative experiment on eggs? Similarly, if you take this subject, you are required to explore three ideas before you decide the best dishes to cook for your practical exam. After completing your exploration process, you are expected to choose another two dishes to show your ability to prepare, cook, and serve for a specific target group in 2 hours and 30 minutes. In summary, this is the format for your coursework submission. You are expected to complete your work using PowerPoint slides and your evaluation of dishes to be presented in either a video or prose mode. If you are afraid whether this subject is relevant in future, my answer is fear not. This is because once you have completed your N-level exam, you can continue to take similar courses in ITE West College. But of course, if you are not intending to take up any culinary courses, this subject can be used as the entry requirement for other courses, just like my student of class 2019. So, who is qualified to take this subject next year? Our unit is looking for someone with the right attitude, who never give up easily, who can work independently, who can cook, and is always curious to know the effect of using different ingredients on different food. And last but not least, because you have to complete a report writing, you need to have a good command of English. So make a wise decision and join our team next year. Before I end my sharing, here are some responses that we have collated to help you clarify some doubts. If you have any question, please approach your FCE teachers or myself, Madam Roy Hayati. We will be happy to answer your questions. I have come to the end of my sharing. Thank you for your kind attention and have a nice day.